All right, welcome everybody to our Saturday morning breakfast call for Postcard Networker, Saturday, March 16th, 2019. My name is Joel Broughton here with my beautiful wife and business partner, Kristen. And hey, let's get right into it. Let's talk about the business. Let's talk about your success. My goal, if you haven't figured it out yet, my goal is to continually educate you, give you ideas, give you things to think about, give you, I guess, parameters in terms of how to build a successful business, tell you stories in terms of, my past success, my current success, my future success, and try to get you to understand, what it really takes to build a network marketing company, over the last number of years to today in 2019, and, give you, I think, the tools to be able to do that, right? Because there's a lot of people that will talk about just the ideas and what it really takes to build a network marketing company, but I think it's important to give you the specific tools and give you the leads and give you the websites and give you the postcards and the sales letters and everything you really need to kind of put things together. And then really, when you make that decision to commit and to really go for it and to, I guess, push all into an opportunity, then you kind of are prepared for it. You've got everything you need, not only the mindset, but also all the specific tools and the tools of the trade, I guess, if you will. So today, I just want to talk about how to build an MLM through the mail. I want to lay out for you, there's a lot of, so one of the things, let me just back up a minute as to, I guess, why we're talking about this today. One of the things I get from a lot of people, and let me tell you two different types of, or two different quick little stories. One of the things that I notice a lot, because I obviously run a postcard networker, so I get all the mail probably that you get times like 10. All right. So if anybody's on any kind of mailing lists, direct mail lists and network marketing lists and things like that, people who run systems, okay, or businesses through the mail who actually are the owner of the system tend to get added to significantly more people's mailings. People will reverse mail me a ton. I've done trainings on reverse mailings before, so go look them up if you don't understand what that is. And by the way, reverse mailings can work really well, okay, to be able to help you build your business. But listen, I get so much mail, and I have a couple of business partners that I work with as well that kind of run a couple of different systems, and they get a lot of mail too. So sometimes we talk about some of the different mail that we get, and we kind of compare ideas and thoughts. And one of the things that I notice is that most of the mail that's circulating today in 2019 is very short-sighted. Okay, it's kind of most of it's designed not to build a business. Most of it's designed to just take money from the people that are participating. Okay, and what I mean by that is because there's no follow-ups, there's no real continuity. There's no residual income tied to any of those programs. So part of the problem with that is that when you do a direct mail program, you need more than just kind of like one offer. You need to have kind of a continuation of offers or a regular offer that happens to your customers or to your members on a regular basis, or kind of a repeat buying like in a network marketing company. Because if you just send a piece of mail, ask for $20 or $40 or $100 or $500 one time, the majority of time, now I'm not saying 100% of the time, because I can't see the numbers for most of these businesses. I just see their offers, and I see most of them come and go, okay, on a regular basis. And that's a telltale sign that, probably it's not working too well for the owner if they're, if it only lasts for 2 months or 3 months or 4 months and then it's gone, right? I've been doing direct mail for about 14 years now, so, you know, I've seen tons of stuff come and go. All right. So, so if there's just kind of like one offer, what happens normally is a bunch of people join it, try it, doesn't work, and they move on. All right. And then whoever's running it has to either change it or move on or you know, kind of not keep doing it because it's not working, right? It's not profitable. And it's not only not profitable for them, it's also not profitable for their members. So they really can't get any activity going on a regular basis. Okay. So that's kind of like one of the things that I see a lot coming through the mail, and so we kind of want to just talk today about what makes a successful mail order program, what makes a successful, how to build an MLM through the mail successfully. And I lost my train of thought completely on the other piece of that, so I apologize if you were waiting for the second shoe to drop there. But let's get back into specifically how to build an MLM through the mail. So the very first thing that we always do in mail order is to kind of create a set of leads or a set of people that are purchasing. Okay, we want to sift and sort through who the tire kickers are and who the buyers are. Okay, who the people are that are going to take action, because on every single mail order list that you can get, whether you generate it yourself, okay, and run ads, or whether you buy the list, or whether you rent the list, or whether you borrow the list, or whether somebody gives you a free list, no matter where you get the list from, there's going to be people on that list that really aren't going to take any action with you, and there's going to be people that are really good and want to purchase. Okay, so our number one goal really is to, you know, offer information. Okay, offer an opportunity or offer the people to get to know us a little better, primarily either through a free offer, a $1 offer, $5, $10. You can go up to $20 or $30 for the front end for the first piece of information that you're selling. Whether you're selling a book, a course, whether you're selling, you know, you can even be selling like, you know, mail, you know, letters or postcards or just a membership, you know, anything really that kind of gets people to put up their hand and say, yeah, you know, I kind of want to check this out. I want to work with these guys. I want in. And, you know, usually the smaller the price tag, the more people you'll get. So just keep that in mind. You know, if you're charging $20 or $30, which to me is kind of like the max on an initial offer for information, you're going to get way less. If you're charging $1, $5, or free, you're going to get way more. Now, be careful the difference between free and $1 as well. This is an important distinction. There are significantly more people out there, significantly, like probably double or triple, the number of people that will send in free, nothing, right, no money. They'll throw a stamp on an envelope and mail back for information. There's significantly more people that will do a free offer than there is that'll do even just a $1 offer or a $2, $5, $10. However, in our experience, in my experience, and the experiences of lots of different mail order people that I work with and talk to on a regular basis, is that the continuation of the buying process, so meaning when somebody sends in for information when it's free, there's way less. There's a much lower buy rate from those people than people that send in $1, $2, $5, $10. Okay, and that might still, you could probably still get the metrics to work, because when you do a free offer, you'll still get a bunch of the people that would have sent you $1 or $2. Okay, however, you end up with a huge amount of other people, okay, that'll never send money to anybody ever on your list. Okay, and to me personally, I don't really want those people on my list. I don't really want to do follow-ups with people who will never send money to anybody ever. Because what happens is I'm spending money and time either mailing these people or talking to these people on the phone. And it's the person that says, like, let's just kind of talk about what this person looks like. Okay. At least some of them, not all of them. Some of them will be that person that, and you guys have probably heard or seen this type of person before, that says things like, why should I pay for a job? Which is, of course, kind of ridiculous because they're not paying for a job. It's a business, right? They're investing in a business. They're purchasing information, so those types of people that say, why should I pay for a job? Or they'll say, I'm not going to pay you. You need to pay me, right? Because I'm going to work for you. Or the people that say, once it starts working, then I'll pay you, right? Once it starts working, then I'll pay you, right? I'm completely broke. I'm not going to invest in anything. Those are the type of people you get for free. Okay, not all of them, by the way. Some of them are really good people. Some of them are gonna be some of your best people too. But you end up with a lot of those people as well. Okay, the moment you ask for $1, you completely eliminate them because they can't get their heads wrapped around why they would send you $1. Okay, they'll also say like, well, if I got to send you $1, it must be a scam. If I got to send you $5, there's no way I would ever do that. It's probably a scam. You're just trying to get my $1. You're trying to get rich off of my $1 because if you can just get 1 million people to send you $1, then you'll be a millionaire. Okay, those are the types of thought processes and things. I mean, and I'm not making this up, guys. People write into our company all the time. Well, I'm not sending you $1 because you're just going to get rich off the $1 bills. All right. What they don't realize is like it's costing us money to generate. It's costing us more in some regards than $1 to generate that $1 back. All right. The $1 is just a pre-qualifier to see if the person is even a decent person for us to spend time with or for us to, follow up with and potentially work with. All right. So they don't understand that. That group of people we want to try to pre-qualify out. And how we do that is we ask for $1 or $5 or $2 or $3, right? The people that think it's a scam if you ask for money, we completely eliminate all of them for asking for money. Okay. Does that make sense? So the first step is kind of like pre-qualifying your prospects, right? Through providing information and selling them something. I've done it for free before, okay? I'm not saying you can't do it. I'm just saying you end up with a whole bunch of extra people in there that really aren't going to do anything that are going to waste your time. Okay, so the moment you ask for $1, $2, $5, $10, $20, $30 on the first exposure to a new prospect, the better those people will be. Not all of them. It's only $1, right? Everybody's got $1, right? But a lot of them will be kind of at least out of what I would say the kind of the bottom of the barrel people who really aren't ever going to do anything no matter what for money. Okay? So we're pre-qualifying some buyers. We're getting rid of the junk, right? And they're probably great human beings. They're just, in terms of business prospects, junk. Okay, they're probably wonderful people. They're probably very lovely. All right, I'm not saying that they're not nice people. So, but we'll get rid of them. Okay, because again, we want to pre-qualify them out. All right, so that's kind of the first step. And when we actually get the $1, $5, $10, we're then going to send them a piece of mail which offers them something more to buy. We have to continue, we need a continuation offer at this point, which offers them, to get started with us, to start working with us. And an initial startup purchase, usually anywhere from $19, $39, $49, $99, right? I've done all of these, by the way, again. The lower amount of money that you ask for, the more people you'll get. Okay? So if you want more people, ask for less money. However, if you ask for a little bit more money, you can provide a better startup package, right? They're actually paying for a bigger startup package, more information, quality stuff, and you can usually enroll more of those people once you get them on the phone or once you send them their startup package. You can usually get more of them into your network marketing company, okay? Now, to get to this process, so this is something that I think a lot of people don't understand, and I want you to be really clear on. I'm already pre-qualifying out tons of people at this stage. I'm literally pre-qualifying out tons of people, okay? Because if you were to mail out, let's say 200 postcards in the first set, you're not going to get a huge amount of people come back for $1 or $5 or $10. And then if I offer a $19, $39, $49, $99 program, you're not going to get a ton of people take you up on that either. So in this process, whether I do a letter offering the $99 or whether I do a postcard offering the $1 to get to the $99, I'm going to end up with a very small number of people, okay, that come through either one or both steps. But here's the point. They're actually good qualified prospects. Right? They're people that have spent money with you. So they're worth following up, either through the mail or over the telephone or through email. Okay? They're actually somebody that you probably want to have a conversation with. You actually want to have a physical conversation with if you're willing to pick up the phone and talk to people. Some of us aren't. Some of us are just like, nah, I just want to mail postcards. I'm not going to talk to anybody. That's fine. If you don't want to do that, you don't have to. But the people that come through one of these processes and spend money with you are a good prospect. Look at the alternative. The majority of people build a network marketing company talking to everybody first. Okay, they kind of do the process, in my eyes, backwards, right? They don't ask for money. They don't provide information. They don't provide startup packages. They don't provide anything about their company. They just go in for the kill right away. They just go in for the ask, right? Like they get somebody on the phone. Oh, this is a lead. This is a prospect. I'm going to ask them for $300 to join our company. Okay, and they wonder why they have to talk to so many people, and so many people aren't joining them, right? Because they're trying to go for kind of the big money right off the start, which is fine. It works. I've done it before. You just have to talk to a lot of people, and you get rejected a lot. Okay, in person, which doesn't feel that great. Okay, so this process just kind of eliminates that. It eliminates the rejection, right? It does eliminate a lot of people from seeing your business, but it tends to sift and sort through and find you the potentially better prospects. Okay, so we send them an initial startup package. We either give them some postcards or we give them some more information. We give them some samples maybe. We give them, at this point, usually we'll send them one of my books so they can kind of get to know us better, know our system better, get to read some stories of how the business works and what we've done, giving them some kits, instructions, and we want to then upsell them to a network marketing company. Okay, and at this point, the network marketing companies usually cost anywhere from $200 and up, $200, $300, $500, $1,000 or more. But think about this: it's a lot easier to sell somebody a $200 or a $300 or a $500 kit with product if they've already spent, $50 with you. If they already trust you and you've provided them with some postcards or leads or a startup package or an entire book explaining the system and the program and the leadership, if they've gotten to know us already, if they get, for instance, my Postcard Networker book and they get to know us and they get to understand that, yeah, we're successful, we know what we're talking about, we've educated them through some of the stories in the book, and we teach them how the system works. By the time they get to this point, they're kind of like, yeah, it makes sense. You know, what these guys are doing makes sense. I want to do that too. They definitely know what they're talking about. Okay, so at that point, it allows you to kind of upsell them into the MLM. All right, this process, by the way, I've been using this process for probably at least 10 years, okay, in variations. Okay, sometimes I let people join for free, okay, and then provide them with startup packages and upsell them, you know, $20, $30, $40 purchases, then move them into the MLM. Okay, a lot of you guys, by the way, on this call today have come through this process to get to working with us, right, to get onto this training call. Spend $1, spend $5, spend $10, spend $20, purchase, you know, some postcards, join the MLM. Okay, so you've kind of, and some of you are on this call maybe considering joining the MLM. You're not even in the MLM yet. You're just like, yeah, maybe I'm interested in the MLM. All you're doing right now is maybe you spent $1 to get information, and then you bought some postcards, and you've been mailing out postcards. You're like, yeah, maybe I should join the MLM. But this is the process that, again, it's gonna automatically filter out people who aren't interested, and it's going to get the information specifically to people who are interested. It'll get them more and more information to the point where they can make a decision on a $200 or $300 or $500 program. Okay. By the way, a lot of our members join without ever talking to anybody, which is kind of incredible, right? Considering that to be able to spend $300 or $500 to join an MLM program, normally that involves multiple calls, webinars, three-way calls with uplines, things like that for most people. Okay? And we can do it without ever picking up the phone. If we pick up the phone, we get more? Yes, I agree. Okay. If at some point you reach out and start building a relationship with your leads, yes, more people will join. I agree. But we also want to have the option for the people who don't want to have anything to do with the phone. We're scared of the phone still. Okay. We want to still be able to give you the chance to succeed as well. And that's why I walk people through the process online and through the mail without even necessarily needing a phone call from an upline. Okay. And at this point, we're obviously offering people postcards, letter mails to purchase, you know, through an auto ship. People don't need to have an auto ship, but it just makes it simpler. You know, it just makes it easy for people to continue building the business. This here is the key, by the way, is getting people, getting your team prospecting. Okay, it doesn't matter how much money they spend per month on products if they're not going to spend any money per month on prospecting, on generating leads and getting people through the process. Okay, the more postcards and letters your team sends, okay, not you personally, because you can only afford to send X amount, right? 100, 200, 500, 1,000, 2,000, whatever. You can only afford to send so much letters and postcards per month. So the key is how many postcards and letters can your whole team send per month? You know, if you have 10 people all sending 200 postcards a month, that's 2,000 postcards every single month going out for your team, going out building your business. That's fairly significant. And what if you have 100 people doing that? That's 20,000 postcards going out building your team. And what if you have 1,000 people doing that? That's 200,000 postcards now going out building your team. Do you not think that you're going to not get a lot of members? Do you not think that that's a double negative? You are going to get a lot of members, okay, coming into your team, coming into your MLM, if you have 200,000 postcards prospecting every month through your organization. Doesn't matter what the postcards say, right? It almost doesn't matter even if you skip all the steps I've talked about. if you send 200,000 postcards, you're going to get people joining, right? Now, obviously, with the system that we have, you're going to get more, but just by sheer volume, you'll get some, right? I don't think there's anybody on this call today who could afford or who would even want to send out 200,000 postcards personally. Okay, do the math on that, right? The cost of the postcards, the postage stamps, the leads, right? 200,000. Like that's a lot of money to send that out. But if you have, 2,000 people or 1,000 people or 500 people all sending out 200 to 400 postcards each, that adds up really fast. Okay, so the goal is just getting all of your members on auto ship for postcards or letters, sending out postcards or letters. And this is the part where emotionally this business takes a toll, okay? Because if you're calling people and you're talking to people, you're getting rejection, you're feeling it. That's the emotional toll, right? In the postcard business, you just have to go on auto ship, right, and turn off your brain. Just send out the mail, turn off your brain. Don't even think about it. If you get a response this month, great. If you don't get a response this month, that's fine too. You're just going to keep doing it month after month after month and continue building and piling up the results, right? One of the interesting things is that I don't even know if this is a great story to tell, but I'm going to tell it to you anyway. Because this happens so often in our business because people tend to get, I'm not going to use any names, but people tend to get very antsy or very, like they just can't sit still for longer than like 30 days. I don't understand why. 30, 60 days, I'm not rich, I'm out, right? We actually get probably less than the average quit our business because people quitting MLMs is like super common, right? Like people will join and in 30 days, if they're not rich, they quit. They go find another one, go find another one, go find another one. Like they're bouncing around all over the place. It's like a pinball machine. It's kind of incredible. But the reality of our business is that people will quit. That's okay. Not everybody's going to stay, okay? But the interesting thing that happens in mail order is that when people quit after 30 days or 60 days or 90 days or 120 days, we still continue to get their mail that they sent out. We still continue to get their prospects coming to us. Because of the way I set the system up, it doesn't go to them, it actually goes to our company, right? Like the response mechanism is through Postcard Networker. So if you have any of your members that come into the business for 60 days, join everything, send out a bunch of postcards, and then quit, there's still a continuation of those postcards that's happening after they quit, right? Like we're still following them up as a company. We're still mailing out packages. We're still mailing out responses when people send in $1. We're still doing follow-ups through sales letters, okay? The only difference is that they're not then going to be attributed to that person. They're going to roll up to the upline to you, okay? But this is the interesting thing that happens, actually probably more than I'd like to admit, because we run a mail order system for an MLM. We get a lot of people joining the MLM that I have to attribute to the upline because the sponsor actually quit before the next person joined. It's kind of crazy. Like, because if you send out postcards for 60 or 90 days, sometimes those responses don't come back that quick. Like if you send out 200 postcards today, and then you're like, this isn't working, and in 2 weeks you quit right before your next auto ship comes out for your products. You're like, I got to get out before I get billed again, right? Got to quit. Like sometimes the postcard mail will go back and forth, It'll take like a month for somebody to join. So like the postcards go out, you mail them out, then you quit. 3 weeks later, they mail a postcard into our company, to Postcard Networker, with $1, right? Now what do? We turn around, we mail them a sales letter. Takes another week for them to get the sales letter, right? Or 3 days or 5 days or whatever it takes, right? Then they got to sit there and look at it. So then they decide, oh, well, yeah, I want to do the $99 program, but I've got to wait till payday. So they wait another 2 weeks, right? So now we're like at, what, 5 weeks, 6 weeks? Then they mail in the $99, right? And then we send them the kit and the instructions and the book and all the information. And then they got to decide if they want to join the MLM. And they've got some postcards to mail. So they drop the postcards in the mail. A week or two later, they're like, yeah, I want to join the MLM too. So like now, what are we at? 8, 9, 10 weeks for some prospects. Now, some people are a lot faster. Some people like boom, boom, boom. As soon as they get the mail, they send in the stuff. They join. But some people, I mean, it could take them 8 to 10 weeks or longer to actually get into the network marketing company. And people with no patience are like quit by the time that new person is joining. Just kind of like, I kind of look at it, I'm kind of like, wow, that's kind of ridiculous. They quit before they could even get their prospect in the door. Now, do I call the sponsor and be like, hey, I really want you back? No. I mean, it's their decision. I'm not going to chase people that decide to quit. We're just going to attribute that lead or that sign up to the next upline, like the next person up the line. There's people in our business right now that get personal sign-ups on a regular basis just based on the fact that they had members that sent out postcards and the sponsors quit before the new member joined. It's kind of incredible. And you might not actually even know if you get some sign-ups attributed to you. You might not even necessarily know because like I'm not calling around everybody. We just sign up the person under the next upline, right? Anyway, it's more than what you would think. People that quit before they get their sign-ups. And if they would just stick with it, if people would just stick with it for a year, 2 years, 3 years, you'd be surprised at how big the business can build. Because it's not just you mailing consistently, it's your next downline mailing, the next one, the next one, the next one, the next one, the next one. There's so many people that are mailing postcards, and you are getting it started, that if you keep mailing consistently and keep getting more lines started, I mean, the business will be huge. So the next thing we do, obviously, follow up by phone, email, mail. I do encourage people to pick up the phone and call people. It's up to you whether or not you want to. You can email people. You can send them letters. Encourage them, welcome them to the team. Encourage them to come on the Saturday morning breakfast calls or pick up the recordings afterwards. Encourage them to plug in. We provide training, teleconferences, recordings, kind of everything people will need to stay connected to our team, to learn new things, to try new things. And then, of course, just you got like plug into company events, plug into company trainings, stay connected to the products, stay connected to the corporation, right? To the leaders in corporate. It's great to come on to my calls, but you should also be connected to the company as well. All the time. Get a different perspective, right? Sometimes you won't like to do things that I say. Sometimes you won't like to do things that they say. Pick and choose. Pick the things you enjoy. Pick the things that you think are going to work. Pick the things that will help you build your business the way you want to build your business. So you still have choice in all of this too, right? So sometimes there's company leaders that will train you on things that just really connect with you. We've got people in our team right now who are connected to the network marketing company and kind of stopped coming on my calls. I'm not offended. Right? They connected better with some of the other leaders in the company, and they're building a big business that way. But they're still in our team, right? Like they're still in our downline. So now we're getting paid, and we're not even necessarily training these people anymore, their team. We've got multiple people like that. We also end up with people who are in the company, not in our downline, on our trainings, using our system to build their organization. That's okay too. All right? Because I understand, like it's reciprocal, right? Like I'll train other people's team, they'll train some of my team, I'll train my team, they train that. Like we're all kind of helping each other build a business. It doesn't matter. It's not taking away from anybody by plugging you into company events, plugging you into training calls. It doesn't take anything away from me to have people not in my downline on this call today. It doesn't make a difference. You can be here, you can buy our postcards, you can build your business in another downline. That's fine. It doesn't take away from any of us, right? Because the world is full of abundance. There's hundreds of thousands and millions of leads and people that are interested in coming into network marketing companies. We can never run out. There's always new people joining and new people quitting every day, right? So you don't have to worry about that. So if you want to build a successful network marketing company opportunity through the mail, listen, I'm just talking about through the mail. If you want to build it over the phone or over the internet or through Facebook or whatever, maybe the process is a little bit different. But through the mail, this is the best process that works the best. Okay, the best process that works the best. All right, this is how you do it. All right, information offer right off the bat, pre-qualify some people for free or $1 or $5 or $2 or whatever. Send them an initial startup package, right? Usually the information at that point is just a sales letter that we're sending them, but we're offering them the opportunity to buy more for $20, $30, $50, $100, right? Send them a kit, instructions, my book, some information, maybe some product samples, some different stuff, and an upsell of the MLM. Okay, like that's the process. Those 3 steps is the major part of the process. If you want to do it through the mail, that's the easiest, best way because you're building a relationship, you're building trust, you're providing people with a small stair step, right? They can do $1, then they can do 20, they can do 100, then they can do 2, 3, 500, right? You're just asking for little increments of money, increasing slowly over time as you build more trust. And the key to the whole thing is number 4. Right? The key to the whole thing is number 4, getting lots of people on auto ship, sending postcards on a regular basis. That's how I build my business. If you haven't figured it out yet, that's how I do it. Okay, like that's the secret. Okay, but it's not really a secret because I tell everybody what it is, but that's like the secret. Get a lot of people sending a small amount of postcards every single month. Lots of people doing it. Okay, and then 5, 6, and 7 are just kind of like follow-ups, trainings, teleconferences, plugging into company events, just keeping people connected, building relationships, right? The stronger your relationships and the more connected your team is into training, the longer they'll stay, the longer they'll build, the bigger they'll build. I mean, it's just the way it is. So anyway, those are the 7 things I think you need specifically. If you guys have any more things that I missed, now, I don't think there really is anything. Feel free to email me. Feel free to talk about it. Give me a call. Let me know. But, I mean, I've been doing this specifically, this, like, way to build a business through the mail for about a decade. And it works every single time. I can walk into any company tomorrow, build the company through the mail using this system, using this process. Just write a different sales letter, set up a different postcard, different website, and we can walk into any company and do this. So I want to encourage you. I mean, we've got this all set up already through Postcard Networker for you with our network marketing company. We've already got it all set up. You just have to plug in and do it. Follow through, stay consistent, stay on auto ship, send your postcards every month, and you'll have success too. So have a great weekend, everybody. I wish you all the best. Wish you all the best of success. And we'll talk to you guys all very soon. Thanks a lot, and bye for now.